We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks. We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
One more time.
We'll do it live. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
Let's get rid of that. Let's crack a beer. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Hell yeah. This old man went to a place he's never been to before. I took the boat, needed the bottom paint, to my buddy's house, and God, I'm going to screw this up. It's by Fresno. Chowchilla. So, props out to everybody in Chowchilla. It's hot as heck. Yo, Jeff, are you on tomorrow? I was making the video for today. I am on. I'll text you when, or TJ can text you, or they. I just don't want to give times and places. Not that matters. But check this out, Jeff. And if you can call Dan up, what is the difference? These are 2 halibut that I stabbed yesterday. They're livers. I'm going to eat them. Fuck off. I'm going to cook them up and eat them. I want to know why there's such a difference. Why is one real red and one white? So, a little research before I do it. But on Tuesday, I was just talking to the guys down at the Corralitos Market. They're closed tomorrow, but Tuesday, I'm going to make them lunch. What I'm going to do is halibut salad. I gave them all halibut salad, and they're like, I've never had anything like that in my whole time. Well, thank you, Zachary. I'll read questions. Let me. Yes. Discord. I don't think so. I'm old. I don't understand Discord, and from my understanding on Discord, things can't be traced. I don't like that. I like saying how I'm doing it and doing it how I'm saying it. So we can message over here I'm on every social media. You can message me. TikTok, I haven't really figured out the messaging yet, but I will. I'm going to figure out X. X is a big market of mine because they all think like me. We go out and we kill things, and this guy's 100% sustainable. He's going to eat the... Let me just show you what I do before you asked if this is what I want to do, okay? Oh, by the way, hang on. I did that too fast forward. But my boat was getting pressure washed today, boys. It's been one hell of a halibut season. It's coming up, and we're in the 900s. So tomorrow could be, 250-pounders. Boom, there you go. But let's not go there. Let's not just say that's going to happen, but it could. You never know. I could break it tomorrow. But the halibut count is on the board. I am over 47 halibut, or 37, 34. I have to look at the board. Was it 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 41. Let's just say 41. I'm going to get to 50 before I stop the shenanigans and go straight into lobster. But check this out. This boat I was going to get rid of, right? And I just like, whatever. Somebody's going to want it. It's a great dive boat. It's got a dive ladder. You don't have to kill. But we've been killing so many halibut. I got 41 on here myself, right? So you think of that. And then you think of all my boys that are even better than me putting their 2 on there. That deck has been slimy, stinky. The handles were gross. Today, after I got back from a long drive to Chinchilla. I think fuck. Anyway, I can't learn the name of the town. I know where my buddy lives, and the boats there are going to get a nice bottom paint. And these guys do. This is how I met my buddy in the parking lot. There it is again. Met him in a parking lot. But I met my buddy Floyd, a scuba diver, in the parking lot because I pulled in, and he had a lake boat, a bright orange lake boat. You know, when a car that with neon colors, and you look at it and said, who the fuck would buy that off the lot, right? Like a neon green. Like, unless you're one of the guys that like the street racing, I get it. The vibrant, huge, beautiful colors that the cops can't see. Please. Orange, bright green, maybe black, guys, with a line down it. But you guys are good drivers, so what am I going to do? You guys are doing burnouts. Anyway, stay focused. I go there, and my buddy, I see him in the parking lot, and I go, hey, you. And then I look and had an octopus, not just a little octopus. The octopus wrapped around the whole front end. It was an art piece. And that was over 10 years ago. Me and my buddy were just talking about that. I got to meet the artist of that. The artist, okay? The guy that invented or did that. And I said, hey, I'm just curious. Can you do that on my boat but not an octopus? He goes, I'll do whatever you want. So now I can have a halibut being speared on the front of my boat, one of my halibuts. Guy's an artist. You don't think that's going to come to fruition? Please. You guys, it has just begun. The other side will be me grabbing a lobster. Not just my hands, guys. Come on. We'll do the wolf without the sea wolf tattoos. Boom, boom. Right? Holding on to the world record. And if I ever get the world record, we just paint the world record on there. Please. Life isn't going to get better than this. I also have, I'll just tell you what's up and coming. So if I'm losing you, these are the cheeks and the tongues. And I have my buddies giving me all their tongues. I'm just taking forceps, pulling them out. I'm going to make fish head soups with floating tongues. I'll tell you what, you can think it's disgusting. It's the best part on the fish so far. I have not had the liver, and I'm going to fry this up. I'm going to get brand new ones tomorrow. And I'm not going to do anything until lunchtime at the Corralitos Market. Me and the head butcher. Dave's like, what? I told him all about this. He told me that the halibut fish salad was the best thing he ever tasted. And this is a guy that knows meats. He also understands how to prepare meats. He also understands when hunters bring him in stuff, he knows the hunters that really actually care about their meat. It's all in ice, it all cleaned properly. There's not hair all over it. They don't have to spend time doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he knows a prize person when he sees one. And I'm a prize, people. For the halibut world and the lobster world, maybe fatherhood. I thought I was a prize, but who knows? Those kids are brainwashed by their mom. Yeah, it's a thing now. It's not just me. And I got buddies that are just going through this. They're in their 30s, and that's when it all started for me, right? I didn't want to be with that woman anymore. I figured out I didn't know she was a narcissist. And I'm not saying she's a narcissist because I'm not a doctor, but I'm not a narcissist. And my kids are calling me a narcissist. And that's, Bill, there you are, you motherfucker. Bill, I was looking for you all. Well, I probably should wash my boat, Bill. You'd be proud. There was so much smell and death on that floor. As a matter of fact, my buddy TJ, somebody goes, what's that smell? And TJ, he's a perfectionist. He wouldn't allow this. His boat would be bleached every time. I've seen it. I go on his boat. It's goddamn 15 hours of work after you get out. Yeah, thank you. Zesty. Good for you, Bill. Cheers. Hey, Bill. Bill, you're a guy that knows things. These are two of the same fish, halibut, about the same size. How come one is a lighter color than the other one? Because I'm cooking those up, Bill. And here's what I'm going to do with them. I want you all to know. I love my dogs. My dogs are my kids now. I'm heading out for dinner. Are we hanging out afterwards, or is this you're going to bed early because you got to go do things tomorrow? I'm going diving tomorrow, Bill. Letting you know. Okay. Bill's out of here. And he's not even going to answer the question. Answer the goddamn question, Bill. Why are there two different colors? Okay. So let's just get into what I'm talking about. Let's keep playing this video. This was last night's. Yep, we are. Okay, cool. As you notice, I did not pull the trigger on this gun. The day before, I almost got killed by a smaller, not as smaller than this, but a small halibut. Like I think it was like a 16 pounds, 15. There's so much mono on this thing, you can't control it. Goes out 20 feet and comes back and just wants to bite you and beat you up. Oh, please. This is the wrong gun for this. I'll tell you straight up. Probably do that with... Yeah. So Rick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry these up. Okay? Probably has to do with the fish diet and why the different colors. Okay. I believe that to be true. Like one of them's eating squid, one of them's eating. They were the smaller ones, though. I mean, they were 9 pounds. They were nothing. But listen, I stabbed them. I didn't even have to shoot them. That's how naive these things are. That's like me going to daycare and saying, "Hey, you." I know that's a terrible now. I'm just saying. These were they taste better than anything. Their meat's not tainted. If you like veal, you might as well eat these smaller ones because the bigger ones say, listen, they're parasites. They build up mercury. A lot of things, but it is super healthy for you. And that halibut fish salad, if you ever can provide your family with halibut like I can, right? You get tuna fish salad. Tuna fish market price is $2.99. Halibut market price is $29.99. Okay, that is why you're not going to have halibut fish salad. $2.99, $29.99. And that's cooking market price. That's not yours. You go to New Leaf and get a piece of a halibut, it's $49.99 a pound. It's $69.99 a pound if you're in Seattle or wherever you're at. And if it's not real, you won't know because they'll ship it over there. I'm not going to get into the Costco and you guys, and you're I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm having a good day. Take a drink though, because that's one noteworthy. So I also got the tongue soup. I'm into the tongues. So I want to get about 25 of the tongues, and then I'm going to make a video of me eating tongue soup. First time halibut tongue soup. And it's going to be delicious because I already know the tongue tastes delicious. I know how to cook it, and I know how I'm going to like it. And I'm going to put it in there, and it's going to be goddamn delicious. And follow me if you want. Don't follow me. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to have a great life. So I'm going to cook these up, and on Tuesday, I'm going to feed the staff at the market, which that's a lot of halibut, isn't it, right? But I'm going to make that halibut fish salad. Okay, my wife and her good friend were here, and she knows how to bake and cook, right? So I asked her to taste it. She said it was delicious, except for I used the olives with blue cheese in them. I love those olives. But the blue cheese took away the taste from the halibut. She was upset. I'm like, taste the blue cheese? Shut up. No. She wants to taste the halibut. So, regular black olives, okay? I think we can call them black olives. I don't know. The world's changed. So if you can't call them black olives, I wasn't being racist. I just don't know what to call them. Sorry. Yes, you're absolutely right. The guy is a genius. And hey, how cool would that be? I think I sent that to you, right? With the boat that I was on TikTok or I don't know, my brain Bill wasn't around or something. So I was just looking at my phone, and I see this. The guy did like in Florida. You know, the guys with so much money, they got 5 engines on there. I can't even afford 2 of them to get fixed, but they got 5 that are brand new out of the box. They got jets for both sides, same size boat as me. Like, it's not that hard to actually just use them. But hey, listen, God bless you guys. If I had that kind of money, I would have the same thing. Anyway, the floor was just getting like a hard epoxy of the ocean, and it looked fucking just beautiful. Now, my thing is, we're all up there, and we got my deck is slimy, so you got to have a real good grip, or you got to have balance on my boat because you think about it, you got 5 guys on there, and they all limit it out. That's 10 halibut, right? I mean, just doing numbers. Most of them are 20 plus pounds. If the boats are rocking, Seawolf's been out there just killing it, as you saw yesterday. Let me just keep playing this, okay? I'm just hand stabbing. I didn't even pull the trigger. Now, my buddy thought I was going to pull the trigger here just for a video, and that would have been a great video, right? It's already speared. It can't go anywhere. Now I could shoot it, and it's got 2 bands on it. One, because I don't do 3 bands with these smaller ones. And if I shot that, it would go, it would come all the way to where my hand is, pretty much. That would have been a good video. Missed opportunity. Don't worry. I got other ones. Now, I know a lot of people just want one of these a year. I get it. Make sure that flap is through. That's why I punched it like that. Now, this is a very dangerous thing because that gun is loaded. Now you're going to go play around with a tip with a loaded gun. It's like playing around with a barrel of a gun, right? Could go off. And if missed opportunity, what's his name? He's the guy that shot the person on the movie set. Alec Baldwin was involved. Jesus, he would say, gun couldn't shoot itself. I didn't shoot it. Must have just fired. Nah. Somebody's got to pull the trigger. Okay. So here we go. That was fake news, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm pinning them down. Now the struggle's real. Listen, this is a real live animal that's wounded. It can kill you. This kind of movement is what brings in the other predators, just letting you know. My buddy Dan was back up watching, of course. Getting it in the mouth. Get that stringer. Now it's done. It can't do anything. Now it can still bite you. I've been bit in the ass as it's swimming behind. I don't even have to take the gun off. Keep your hands careful, boys. That's a loaded gun. There you go. Professional only. Don't ever aim the gun at your partner, right? And move on with your life. Now it's going to follow us for a little bit. Okay? That's what it looked like fast forward. Boom, boom. Okay, here's the second one. I don't know if you could see him. He decided to start swimming away slow because they can't turn around. So that was like and then when he got directly in front of me, he would have gone full speed. I already know how they work. I already know their mannerisms. So I didn't have to do anything except for kill him. Let's watch it again. Let's just replay that. Okay. Here we go. Look at the tip of my gun. I know it's hard to see. Look at the tip of my gun. You see the halibut? Kind of just look for it until your eyes get it. Okay? I am like an inch away from it here. Now it starts taking off. It's like, man, I already have one. Do I need two? I said, yes, I need to get to my 1,000 pounds. So it doesn't matter. And these do the red, white, and blue. You haven't been watching. I need to get Trent. We almost lost it on that 200-pound halibut. It broke the mono. Now, luckily, that was brand new mono. Remember, I put my mono on there. That Ryan. Okay, we're not going to blame anybody. Let's not go there. But that mono can't break. It was in the it was right where it was crimped. Just saying, I didn't crimp it. So for now on, I'll crimp my own, and I'll buy the best. Don't worry, Trent. We'll have the best. Gotcha, buddy. That's where the red, white, and blue is right now. It's still down there. We got the shaft back. I know you. I think you watched. Maybe you were out hunting. Go back. Go back when I caught that halibut and watch me shoot it. I aimed in like, whoop, man. My buddy Trent is the only one that has shot in the halibut from underneath the white side. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you say you have? It was at 75 pounds. Woo. We'll just leave that mystery as a mystery because that's the goddamn truth. You hook me up to a lie detector right now and ask me if that's true. I'll say yes, and it is true. Maury, he is not the father. Okay. So he's moving. Boom. I still don't pull the trigger, boys and girls. This is just real pro shit at this point. Now, Trent was there when it wasn't even a small one. He came up and he had some conference. He's like, oh, you want to hang out for a couple days? I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then he could pick up his halibut from Alaska. So, come on over. Brought me some. I'm not. Anyway, just romance. That's all we'll say. And he came up. His gun broke. That's why I put my mono on it because I'm like, this is brand new. It hooks up perfectly to the clip we like on the gun. And he goes, you can borrow my gun because I don't need it until lobster season. I'm like, okay. And I took a couple of, he has like 3 of them. I'm getting new bands on them. So they'll be perfect for him when he uses them. He's very good at using this one, the JBL, better than anybody I've ever seen. You can hear it go off too. Whoa. Anyway, so did not pull the trigger on this one either. Yeah, here we go. Oh, what is that? back to what I was saying. When he was up here, we went on a dive, and me, my buddy Dan, and him, they both let a 38 or 35 or 30. I can't even remember what. I think it was 38-pound halibut. I'm screaming at him underwater. Go back and watch it. Whenever that was. I think it was in June, July. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go do this again tomorrow, so I'll have more footage. I haven't even caught up to the Friday. Friday, my buddy got his first 2 halibut, and because he's an instructor and he teaches people to go out and do this, not this. You guys are the ones saying I'm terrible and banning me from Facebook because, oh my God, we went out and did this diving. 100% sustainability, bitches. What are you doing? I'm eating the fucking liver. What are you eating? Right? Get off my back. I'm eating tongue. Yeah. Don't talk about me with your little whiny Costco meat. You drove your car there that you plugged in so you get front parking. You didn't eat halibut. You bought halibut there. It wasn't halibut. Whatever China wanted you to eat. But it looks so good. And that chicken tastes great. Doesn't mean it's good for you. God knows what they put in that to make it that plump and juicy. You bite into it, it's like the best thing ever. That should tell you something. But if you have an air fryer, that's the best way to cook baked chicken. Is this air fryer. So they got me. If they got me with an air fryer and that's going to take me out, then I'm cool with that. The air fryer is just something great. Anyway, here we go. There we go. Yep. I think I'm going to lose him. And now I'm mad at myself. I should pull the trigger, but no, he lays right next to the other one. He goes, oh, hey, are you my friend? Now I push him right down. Now I can't see. Now this is a very stupid move because there's the other one right there. And if there is a predator in the area, well, I'm just in a shitstorm. He's coming in. It's going to be a great video. Here, I've opened it. Make sure you keep your hand on the one because that other one could kick at any time. Now, I got the other one pinned down, trying to figure out where his mouth is. I'm blind anyway, but this makes me, there's his mouth, okay? Now, that's the back of his gill. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Being a man, I'm holding the fish down. 100% sustainability, kids. Ow! He's trying to bite me. These motherfuckers. Look at him. Fast. This is all fast forward. Okay, that's it. That was yesterday's stabs. Do I have more? Sure I do. Calm down. I just started the show. Last night, if you guys can, follow me on all social media so you can tell me which song is the best. So here's what I mean by this. This one would probably be Instagram. This is the Instagram one. I know it's a little weird, but follow with me. Kids like this stuff.
And your pricks, the poke of a nail.
Hang on.
Oh, a stab is so delightful. When it comes to pain and violence, I'll stab on for the rest of my days and sing God's praise. Oh, there are so many different kinds of stabs. You have your jabs and your pricks, the poke of a nail, or a really sharp stick. I could pass.
One more time.
Oh, a stab is so delightful. When it comes to pain and violence, I'll stab on for the rest of my days and sing God's praise. Oh, there are so many different kinds of stabs. You have your jabs and your pricks, the poke of a nail, or a really sharp stick. I could pass.
If you could, and you guys watch that, can you just leave a comment or share? And if you don't want to, I get it. I mean, that's a little dark for a lot of people. Mom, if you're watching, I apologize, but this is what your son does that my dad trained me to do when you can't understand what he was trying to make me into. He was making me into living in the world today because there's a lot of fucking weird people out there. And yep. That's all I'll say.
And it just keeps working, dude. I'm like, whoa.
Here we go. This is TikToks. I like this one too.
Dude, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, dude. Everybody's always like, wow, how do you do it? Oh, that's so good. How do you do it, dude? I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I have no clue. Zilch, nada, none.
Kind of
Dude,
know a little
I'm
bit,
just
right?
winging it.
Every dive,
Okay,
one
I'm
dive.
just winging it like a little baby bird, dude. And it just keeps working, dude. I'm like, whoa.
One more time.
Dude, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, dude. Everybody's
Woo!
always like, wow, how do you do it? Wow, it's so good. How do you do it, dude? I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I have no clue. Zilch, nada, none, dude. I'm just winging it. Okay, I'm just winging it like a little baby bird, dude.
Oh
And it just
man.
keeps working, dude. I'm like, whoa.
Okay. I'll bring this up. Halibut wing meat. Just because I didn't know how long the show was going to go today. So I gotta make arrangements for tomorrow. So it's a short show, 6:30. Boom, I'm off. Bill's out to dinner with his wife, and then we're gonna hang out for a couple beers. Um, I'm gonna go figure out and research. And Trent, maybe you know what's the different color. It's the same two fish, the ones I stabbed. Why is there two different colors of liver? Somebody said their diet, which sounds okay to me. I don't know, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the liver and the kidneys from now on. 100% sustainability, kids. And I'm gonna, if I don't like how it tastes, if I like how it tastes, it's a delicacy. Hang on, my wife's calling. 1 minute, please. What did you call me for? Oh, okay, thank you. Love you. Hello, little girl. Come on into the air-conditioned room. Come on. Oh, baby girl, I'm so sorry. Mom said you were up here. Want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Let's say hi to everybody. There's my little girl. There's my little girl. Okay. Okay. All right, little girl. Why don't you just relax? But look at this. Look what we got. This is going to be for you. Smell that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do with this liver, if I don't like it, and the kidneys, is I'm going to cook it up. I'm going to put it in a dehydrator because I have a dehydrator. I'm going to dehydrate it and then turn it into a powder and sprinkle it on their food. This is exactly what you pay thousands and thousands for. I've done it with my first bulldog. They get you with all these remedies from the old days. Cartilage, shark cartilage is good for dogs, knees, bones, all that kind of stuff. Right? We had a Rottweiler we'd get shark cartilage for. That's before I could afford shark cartilage. No, I can't afford anything. Nobody can. But I'm going to have this for my pups. Please. And you guys get to try everything, huh? They love the tuna fish. I know, I don't put onions in there for them. I just give them the white part and we sprinkle on. It's their favorite time. They hear that seal open on the Tupperware. I don't even know if you call it Rubbermaid, Tupperware, whatever the fuck it is. Cheers. Okay, hang on. So it needs to. So is it good to eat or not, Martin? This guy knows everything. I don't know. Maybe it's not good to eat. Glad we have people that know what they're doing. I was going to have to research it first. So we don't have tanks for tomorrow. No, one of mine got DQ'd. I don't want to talk to him right now. I don't know, TJ. I mean, we'll figure it out. God, let's just not. Everything's not a fucking problem, man. You just got to keep moving, TJ. You got to. Oh God, it's copying everything I'm saying. Oh no, I'm not sending that. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, let me stick to my show. Well, I don't even know where we're at. The toxins. Sharks. Not so good or good for you. Okay. So it's probably not good for my pups then, right? If I dehydrate it and stuff, or is it because if you cook it, does it matter or not? Listen, I'm not just gonna The tongue, I went off the rails on that. It turned out to be delicious, and I don't even know if it's bad. I mean, it's delicious. Is all I can say. How could something that good be that bad? Well, cigarettes are. Well, I never liked cigarettes. Hang on, but people that did, it's a hard thing to give up. Anyway, let me just keep moving on. And catch, clean, and cook halibut wing meat. Speared this halibut on my dive yesterday. 100% sustainability, kids. Now I'm going to cook it. There it is, the wing meat. Now this stuff's delicious. I did this earlier in the week. I think this is what got me banned on Facebook. So, for whatever reason. In lobster butter, which I invented. Now it's time for me and my fur babies to try it out. Delicious. That part's good. I'm telling you, every part on this halibut is delicious. There's all toxins. Oh, okay. I gotta get into the cows. Hey, you know what? Let's get some cows. Want to get some cows? Okay. People are just texting and blah, blah, blah. Okay. How do I turn that off? Oh, no. Doesn't matter. How you doing, buddy? Just an incredible day. Let's go back to me hand stabbing.
Stab is so delightful when it comes to pain and violence. I'll stab on for the rest of my days and sing God's praise. Oh, there are so many different kinds of stabs. You have your jabs and your pricks, the poke of a nail or a really sharp stick. I could pass.
All right. Narc. All right. Now you can. Here's a cool thing: is you can actually perfect your narcness. Now that you know what it feels like. Now there are some people that will actually get narc to take their mask off. I've seen that. I've seen them take their regs out and just they're like 150 feet down. And not 150, but 100. I got one of my buddies that I trained to. He bought my first spear gun, the metal tech, just the metal tech, and he went down to the bottom and found a cruise ship plate. Picked up the plate and brought that back. Did the whole dive and brought it back. He was narked. And he handed me that, and then when he got on the boat, he goes, "Where's my gun?" I said, "I don't know. You handed me a plate. Where'd you put the gun?" Got it. 132 feet. Are you going to get into the tech part of this, Steven, or are you just having fun? Like, there's guys that love that tech diving. That's a whole different world. You start mixing the gases. You can do rebreathers. A lot of guys do the rebreathers. Anyway, let me know. I mean, good for you, man. How bizarre. There's so many things that I've turned 54 and my brain is just it's go time, right? Like, why wouldn't I pay attention in school? But now, like if I had, here's the cool part. Let me see. Okay. Well, my buddy built a side mount. It's my sponsor. So if you need a good side mount, I think I'm going to go to a side mount this year because I want to do the bandito weight part right here. Because I only want one tank right here, right? So when I go into caves for lobsters, I just unclip it, and then I don't have to take my whole BCD off, grab my long hose. I just unclip it and go right in. Boom. Problem solved. And plus, I got a cool bandito, 50 cal lead weights on the other side. Win-win for me. Mm-hmm. Let me know. But anyway, I don't know where we were going with that, but that's NEX. Look them up. NEX. Next. I have it's downstairs too. Whatever. Anyway, just a great day. I got to go see my buddy in Fresno. I'll just get back to that, right? I had to drop off the boat. So everybody's like, why are you driving the boat all the way to Fresno? Because this guy does quality work, right? He knows people that knows people that knows people that knows anything and everything. And They still work hard and quality work for good people. And I think I'm a good person. Now, my kids don't, but you got to ask them why. They can't even tell me why. Listen, don't leave. I'm not going to bash on the kids. Jesus. They've just been brainwashed by their dipshit mother. For some reason, she needs to be that liked that much. That's a sign of a narcissist, damn. I don't want to be liked, but I'm liked by everybody because I'm the best. Confidence, sure. I taught you to have confidence and teach you to put your head in. If your spouse cheats on you, you hang in there and beg him to come back to you and lay on the bed and try girlfriend's jeans on, thinking you can fit in them. That kind of person? No. Trained you to be a real woman. Smart enough. And Weston, take the tit out of your mouth, you dummy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm the best halibut person. I'm just saying it. I don't know why they're not asking me for research at this point. I'm hand stabbing them. People dream about 1 or 2 of these a season. I'm up to 50. 41. But I'm going to get to 50, and then I'm going to calm down. Because guess what? It's lobster season. So if you think there was mayhem with this, I'm going back to doing what I do best, lobster. And this year I got big plans. So if you want to watch something cool, 100% sustainability, kids, I have a parts department. If you grab a lobster, I have the leg size for it and the right leg because I've done this for 25 years. Kept everything. Mouths, new antenna. Your antenna breaks because you made a nice mound and some kid touched it because I told you to put it up high and you didn't. And you cannot not touch these things. Come down with my little Dremel. A little glue gun battery, DeWalt battery. Pop it right back on. Boom. Good as new. Lobster. So, it's what I'm known for. I got it tattooed on my chest. That's how good I am. I've taught brilliant men how to do this, and women. Well, I don't think I've taught any women how to do it. I've taught women how to spearfish, but one of the best persons out there is my friend in Alaska, Star. And she taught me everything about lobster, except for my buddy Jeff. So, and Nick and Jessica, everybody on the boat, just those days where can't take those memories from me, kids. I got to live it. Now, I heard there was a boat that sunk out there at Cortez Banks. A fishing boat sunk today, everybody. We have a new dive site. We have a new 70-foot boat that has sunk. Everybody was fine. There's a lot of people out there fishing. So that is if you hear the news, I know my people that are on the Vision right now, the scuba divers, I don't think they're at Cortez. I think the weather was too bad to go out there. They're doing a summer trip. And this is a time where I'll finish the show with this, and I should have done this better. But this is a time where people lost their lives on the conception. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a dive boat that burned up on a Labor Day trip. I was on the news. I've been on the boats years. I knew it. I was on that boat a week and a half prior to that happening with my buddy and his 2 kids, a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old. They're teenagers now, a little bit different. Yeah, me neither, Martin, and I can't wait to meet you. I am going to go. Sorry, I wasn't reading comments. Let me just get caught up on the side mounts, okay? Yes. 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 It was sad. It was people. Okay, so here's how I explain. Let me get this off the screen. I'm not going to cry. Don't worry, Bill. You don't have to call, text me, and say you're going to cry. No, I'm not going to cry. I should. I cried a whole bunch from this. These are people that do the same thing I do, but they do it for a different reason. They take pictures. When you put both of us on a trip, half people that like to shoot fish, 100% sustainability, and you put photographers on the boat, it's not a good mixture. So I stayed away from those trips, even if I was asked to go on. I'm like, listen, I'm a killer. Just because I'm fun, I don't filter myself for people. Okay, sign of narcissism, Emily. There you go. Score 1 for your mom. I don't filter myself. I live black and white. I don't want people to not know how I feel. Okay? So when I tell you, Emily and Weston, I love you, that's somebody that's not filtered. It's not somebody trying to get you back in his life. Because I honestly, you're disgusting to me how you guys are. Right? But I'm not making this about me because that's what a narcissist would do. I'm making it about the people that lost their lives on Labor Day. And that took for the whole dive community. It just took it was a punch in the gut. Because there is on the news and they said, oh, the crew jumped off. If you don't know, the crew lives upstairs. Fire was in the galley and people were downstairs. It's a party night. It was the last night. So people drink. After they dive, we were allowed to drink. And, people play songs. I've been on the boats where every night they got the people playing like just beautiful music, like real art musicians. So when you get the people that take pictures, you also get the art people, right? The musicians. Fun trips. They are fun trips. And I'd always win them over. I'm like, listen, guys, what do you guys want for dinner tonight? I'm like, cook, can you do this? Oh, yeah, give me this, and this. Done. I say, boys, here's what we're doing. We're going to kill the next day. Today, we're doing it for the boat. Let's get dinner here. Boom. You go do this. You go do this. Boom, boom, boom. We all come back. Now we got uni. Boom. Fresh uni. I don't know if you're into uni. It's the sexual organs of a sea urchin. I like it. I'm not a big fan, but I'm not a terrible fan of it, right? First guy that told me what it was, I looked at the video. He had 2 pierced nipples. He's a gay guy. I asked him what it tastes like. He said, cum. I'm like, huh? All right, let me try. Never eaten cum before. Not a man's cum. It's the same. Kind of tastes like it. But everybody loves it. Or you don't. It's one of those things. It's like cilantro. Either you love it or you don't. So, that brings me back to the point where scuba diving has brought in wonderful, wonderful people in my life. And one of them is my boy Floyd, who's painting the bottom of the boat for my buddy. And he's going to do not just quality work, but above quality work. And it's somebody that I met in a parking lot because he had a bright orange boat with an octopus wrapped around it. Like I'm talking an 8.5-foot octopus just attacking his boat. And I actually got to meet the guy that actually drew that on there. And I was just like, man, this is the coolest dude ever. Like, can you do that to my boat, but with a halibut? So my boat next year, during lobster season, I don't really use my boat. I'm down south. Put my camper on. I met a whole bunch of new people down there. I could take my wife. We got friends down in San Diego. We got friends in Long Beach. We got my wife's really good friend's daughter goes to Long Beach State, right? Beautiful little girl, right? We're gonna go out on Justin's boat on Saltwater Guide, and we're gonna charter it out. I think that's what you call it, yeah. And everybody's probably gonna go home with limits of lobster. So I get all the parts to them. They can have the meat. I don't care. Parts go to me. And I'm going for the biggest lobster. I don't care how I get it, but I'm going to get it in my lifetime. And if I don't, I had my health and my mental health to go do something fun. And I keep on living. Can you say that about yourselves? And I'm not talking about the people actually watching me now. I'm talking to my kids. Okay? It's another Labor Day. You're doing the same thing that you're forced to do every year. You're watching this. I know you are. So it's kind of weird. And why is there so much hate towards me? Just because I didn't want to be with your mom? Those aren't your issues, kids. They aren't. Those are your mom's issues. Okay? And from what I know, she's married to a great guy and has moved on. And I did that 10 years earlier than she did. With the stepmom that raised you, with the grandma that raised you since you were 2, Emily, and you couldn't even call her for your funeral. So that's how I know I'm not on the wrong path here. That's how I know you are. And I'm a father, and I'm pointing it out to you. Now, after I'm gone off this earth, guess what, little girl? You can sit there and run your mouth however you want. But this is documented. And this is how I'm going to live the rest of my life, documenting it. And when people have died that I've met because they burned up on the fuck. Good people, artists, friends of mine that I've met through diving. A lot of them have friends that I'm not going to give who, but a guy that I went for my first freshwater dive in a river, and his good friend was on there. That kind of person. And Floyd's one of those guys. I'm not saying he knows anybody on the Conception. He's just one of those guys that's a good person, man. I met him through diving because he had a cool boat in the parking lot, and he's helping out my other buddy. There's no trading here. There's no bargaining. There's just a network of people that have connected through scuba diving. And I got to meet the artists of a boat that I was blown away with in a parking lot. And that's how me and Floyd's relationship started, because I pulled up my boat and I looked at his boat and I said, "Hey, you." I said, the back of his boat had the same thing the Vision, the Conception, and the Truth have, dive boats have. They flip it up and they put their dinghy up on top of the swim stem. He had one of those on his little lake boat. That's why I started talking to him, and he said, hey, I'm from like Fresno area. I'll just call Fresno area. He goes, "I want to do a night dive." I said, "Let's go." He goes, "You know how to do this?" I said, "I've been doing it for years. We do it every Wednesday night. I'll take you." I got a 40-inch plus halibut that night. Not halibut, sorry, lingcon. And Floyd got a dive of his life at night right here in Monterey. And it's a different thing to dive at night. You don't see anything except for what's in front of you. So you got to get that out of your head. You got to get that out of your head. The tunnel vision you see while you're diving is the same thing you're going to see at night, because you have a flashlight and you have a backup flashlight. And if you want, you can put 2 headlights here. If you want, you can put a GoPro here. That's what I do. That's how I film everything. Put a helmet on. People make fun of my helmet. Slow child riding the bus. Doesn't matter. Riding the bus to success. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let me just keep going. Let me keep reading. Let's see, hang on. Video of the... No. Now I have to look at that. Okay, hang on. How dangerous... Okay. Stay at 132 feet, homie. There's reasons why. Listen, you'll watch videos of guys doing what I do in Florida, diving the oil rigs out there, and they're down 175 feet. Honestly, I do love the adrenaline rush, but I love knowing I'm going to be able to. I don't have a death wish, and I know a lot of people think I do because I dive with the whites, and when I say whites, it's a great white shark. You can't call them great whites because they're really smart. People will tell you that they're not really called great whites; they're called white sharks. So if you say white and you just say white, sometimes people go, "Oh, you're bald and you're saying white." White privilege. I don't care what you want to call it. It's a white privileged shark. It eats things and it kills things, and it's very good at it. And it eats seals, and that's what's here. And that's what we protected federally. So you think the whites aren't going to stay here? They eat the seals. The seals eat 60 pounds of king salmon every fucking day, the big ones. And we have thousands of them. So if you're wondering where the fish population went, that's where it went. It wasn't overfished. It wasn't this or that. It just is what it is. You let government make policy and take your rights away, and this is what you're going to get. And this is exactly what you're all signed up to do, because you think Trump is bad. And I don't care about Trump. I don't care either way. Anybody that gets shot in the ear and stands up and does a fist pump is a guy that is, I want running my country. And I want somebody that will answer questions about what your policies are. And even the dumb libtards will say, well, her speech wasn't that good last night, but it's not Trump. And I'm a woman. All of a sudden, she's a black woman. She was never a black woman before. She was Indian. And so I don't get it. But I don't get a lot of things. And I get, this is why I'm banned on Facebook, I'm sure. And I'm going to X. X is, Twitter is where it's at, I guess. So I'm going to focus my energy over there, learn how to work it like I've learned Facebook, like I've learned everything else. And there's no reason for censorship. You should be able to do what you want when you want. You should be able to share ideas. You should be able to teach the youth. Like, because of Steven, I got him into diving, I believe. Maybe that's just my thing, but that's where I'm at. So if I can reach anybody, right? He's a young father. I've seen pictures of him teaching his kids how to drive, and like, man, yeah, I've been there. And you're so excited but nervous at the same time, grabbing the steering wheel constantly. It's just a beautiful thing, raising kids, right? But there's peaks and valleys to it. So if there's
you have this window open.
Oh, well, I'm air conditioning the whole world. There's peaks and valleys to parenting, and you just don't know what life's going to throw. Do not give up. And I'm talking to the men out there. It's tough. And you go to it's called family court. It's not court. It's a circus. And they are not, I don't know what today is. I did this 30 years ago. They were not into dads. They probably will be now, because dads have learned not to be dads. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing to this society. But you all are just signing up left and right for it. So sign away. Because I live in California, where it's just cuckoo land. They can't afford their groceries. They can't afford eggs. They can't afford fish. But they don't care. As long as it's not Trump. And what are you going to say to that? I mean, either we stand up now or we don't. And all of you that are sitting there saying, we didn't vote for Trump because he was going to ruin the earth with global warming and this and that. Well, in my day, the world was supposed to be frozen over 10 years from today, okay? Polar ice cap. Mammoths were going to come back and start stabbing us with their tucks again. So, if you're not a person that cannot think for themselves, get off my fucking channel. Honestly. But if not, follow me. If you think I'm a joke, follow me. I want the harassment. Because I grew up in a world where men could be men, and you get punched if you get out of line by your dad's friends. Even the moms had every right to spank us. And if we got spanked at a neighbor's house, no question to ask, we got spanked at our house because we disrespected elders. Yes, you're absolutely right, John. They're just dumbing us up. And if you have really good friends that you were really good friends with, and you can't understand why you're not good friends anymore because they believe one way, they've divided us. And they've done it with social media, which I'm trying to thrive off of. So it's a catch-22 for me, but I don't care. I'm going to make a living, and I'm going to make myself who I am. And listen, I'm on the wrong side. If I put hashtag love is love on every video, they're going to push me right through. If I drove electric cars, they'd push me right through. They'd stop the comments yesterday. They just did. I had friends texting me saying we're putting comments in order. So, yes, spare the right, spare the. I grew up with that, right? I had a mom that spanked me and broke the spoon on my butt, and I laughed at her. And I learned that was the dumbest thing, because when Dad got home, if you don't know what a belt sounds like coming off your dad, as soon as he walks in from working a 16-hour shift or whatever he worked, and all he wanted to do was come home and have a beer and put his feet up and maybe watch the 3 channels we had to watch. If you don't know what a belt sounds like, and if you don't know what putting your hand behind the hand hurt worse than the ass. The ass has padding. There's no padding on a hand. You could say, man, you got beat. Oh, you poor thing. You should think about it. No. I just knew right from wrong. I know right from wrong now. And we were. And I was raised by a dad that I didn't talk to for 10 years. Wouldn't let him meet his grandchild, right? Because he trained me to be a man, and then he turned against who he told me to protect, my mom and sister. So I protected him. I couldn't understand that. Now, being through what I've been through, and I thought I did everything right by being a better dad than my dad was, and that's all he wanted. And now here I am. I didn't want to be with the woman I had the children with, and I guess it's just society. Kids love me. We were best friends until they were 20. And then I'm like, oh, you guys are on your own, man. Cool. Now we can form our relationship, which we already have, and your mom has hers, and just moved on with another guy. I didn't know they were still brainwashing them that I'm a terrible person just because I didn't want to be with you. Terrible. Anyway, hope everybody has a beautiful Labor Day. That was deep. We were raised the same way. We were raised with respect. We were raised to say what needs to be said. We were raised not to let people censor you. They were raised even if they call you names that you're not, right? My bald head is not because I'm racist. My bald head is because I can't grow hair. I saw people with great hair, and I'm just like, man, guys my age just have that freaking natural hairdo. I'd like to have a mullet right now. I think it would be cool to have a mullet with these chains. I'd rock it. If I had money, huge money, I'd buy like a General Lee and drive it around. I was just telling them I wanted that horn on my boat when I'm coming into the breakwater or when I'm coming into the harbor, right? Wardens are already there. I think it's fun to watch. So can you imagine me coming in just going, right? It's already a shit show when I come in anyway. The kids that count fish and get to sex them, they're like, oh, finally we get to do something. And I'm not saying I'm the best. There's guys that outfish me all the time. I'm not a fisherman. I'm a diver, spear fisherman. I say that loosely because the real spear fishermen don't use tanks. I use a tank and I cheat. I don't care. It's my health, it's my life, and it's my fun. I get an hour and a half of diving to an hour to an hour and a half. And I'm so good at it, I'm hand stabbing them at this point. Not even pulling the trigger anymore. I'm touching them. Sure, you're not supposed to harass the animal. I didn't kill it. Leave me alone. I talked to it. Because next year, when I find it, I'm going to start tagging them. So when I find them next year and they grew up, I say, I told you to stay away from me, and then shoot them. How funny is that going to be when I can blend both those together? Let it go. Tapped it on the head. Say, stay away from somebody that looks like me. You didn't listen. Boom. Now you're dead. Now I'm 100% sustainability, taking your eyeballs out, taking your tongue out, taking your head off, filleting you perfectly, making leather products, taking the tails and putting them up on, just making bling chains with them. You don't see anybody else walking around with gold chains with these two things, right? And if you do, they paid millions for them. This, a 0% paid. All memories with good people. Cheers, America. Thank you for watching, and share me out if you want. Happy Labor Day.